Hello, I'm live. As always, I like to just give it a minute for everyone to catch up. I think it takes a minute for everyone to see, I'm not sure. And the chat is always like a little delayed. So I didn't realize the microphone was facing like total opposite of the room. So I don't know if you could hear any of that. Hello? Always start strong. We always start strong. All right, as always, I need your help. Share in the chat if you can hear me, if things are live. Share how you're doing, where you're coming from, how your week is going. Hi, Grape Soda Adventures. Good to see you. Glad you could join. Ooh, the whole fam, Zaida. Hello. I think Joe's checking for me. It sounds like I'm live. Okay, cool. People can hear me. Hello. Thank you. Like my ears. Yeah, Joe is like just across the way. Joining in the chat. This is, I know, I so struggle with this whole thing with the live where I'm live here and Joe, he usually joins, but in the chat, which is kind of weird because obviously like we've done YouTube together for so long and yes, this is my channel, but I always want to try to include him, but also like then it like just becomes serious. I don't know. Sometimes he can join, sometimes he can't, so that's why it's tough. But yeah, say hello to Joe, everyone. He is in the chat, and I may get him to come over here again. Let's see, I saw something. How is Joe feeling? Joe is feeling really good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, he was just saying that this evening. He's like, I'm feeling a lot better because the first 2 weeks were like really touch and go, which was not the expectation that doctors are given. So we were really discouraged and really nervous. I have my phone. Amanda reminded me that my mailbox is full. I am so sorry. I'm writing this down. Mailbox full. Figure that out. Okay. Oh, someone else says it's not working. I should. Back on. You were just out for like 30 seconds. Weird. I will say, I feel like our Wi-Fi is not great. I've not had good Wi-Fi on my phone, so I don't know if I'm also experiencing that here. Yep, people saying I froze. I don't know why I froze, but I'm here. Hello? I think I'm back. Okay, I am back. Happy Tuesday, people. Yes, Teresa, happy Tuesday. Sorry for freezing. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, I was saying Amanda reminded me that my mailbox is full. So sorry if you've tried to email me. I do know others have mentioned it as well, which I still have to look into it. But and I've emailed on Serial soon. So if you feel comfortable with whatever you were planning to email to Ashley's Lemonade Stand, emailing it to Serial soon, you can do that for the time being. But I really hope to look into figuring that out, the email. I know. I just want to be Elsa. It's my thing. Now we get that in our head. Oh, Amanda, you're at the hospital working. My goodness. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. Oh, Sarah says she hasn't been able to watch in a while. Are we back home? Yes, we have been back home since like a week before Christmas or maybe 2 weeks before Christmas, which was like a crazy time to come back home. But yes, we've been home since then. And just, yeah, getting through winter, which I feel like we're like at the real end at this point. We're technically in spring, but spring is kind of funny here in New England, if anyone's familiar. It's kind of a weird, it's like I don't know what they call it. It's like, there was like I've seen like a meme and it says like winter, late winter, like pretends to be spring, but isn't really spring. I don't know. But anyway, I think things are starting to warm up a little bit and hopefully the snow is behind us. As much as I do enjoy snow, I am just a little tired of it. Hi, Jeff. Jeff, is this the Jeff that just sent me something at my mailbox? Because I got it and I just got it yesterday. I wanted to reach out. I wonder if we can actually even show it here. Wicked cute. A really nice gift. Any Disney trips planned? No, we do not have any Disney trips planned. I don't know if I had mentioned this before. Hi, Jeff. Okay, can I show your gift? I have it here, so let me know. But I don't know. We had mentioned this before in a live, I think only, that we did actually have a trip planned for the beginning of February, but everything kind of fell apart with Joe's health and everything. So that fell through, and we have absolutely no plans just because of Joe's recovery and everything like that for the near future. I'm not really sure, but yeah, no trips planned. Does anyone else have trips planned? Ooh, someone's visiting Niagara Falls in May. Which side? I have never been, actually, and I would love to.
I was supposed to.
Oh, Joe was supposed to. Yeah, he was in New York, and he was hoping to. It was for work, but just kind of didn't work out. Okay, Jess said I could share. So he mentioned he was planning to give this closer to Christmas and said he couldn't wait. And I'm glad he didn't because it totally made our day and it was so awesome. But he got us an ornament. Are you ready for it? Oh, cute! Oh, got my ring light in there. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Love it. So cool. I've never thought to do that myself. I think he did this on Shutterfly, if you think that'd be something cool. But yeah, thank you, Jeff. We absolutely love it. Really, really sweet. All right, so does Canada still have pretty strong restrictions? Nothing on the horizon yet for travel. Sorry to hear that. Going to Disney in May. 6 months old first time. That's exciting. Ooh, someone's going to see. Cheryl's going to Seattle. Let's check out some of the national parks. That's a dream. Again, I know we bring this up all the time, but we really loved it. Went to Northern California and did the redwoods, and now we have like the bug, and really want to do a lot more national parks. I'd love to do more of like the Northwest, not only just like Seattle, maybe Washington, but also like the sequoias would be cool, especially because those are fairly close to family. So we could probably very easily do that because we visit the LA area as often as we can. Obviously not recently, but would also love to kind of hit the Northwest Canada area. Zaida, I will be in contact. Oh, San Diego is doing Comic-Con in November. That'd be awesome. I wonder, is D23, is this a year that they were supposed to do? I'm not sure, because isn't it every other year they do? I'm not really sure. I'd love to do that one time, like a D23 convention. Joe said no. I don't know why. Driving down the coast from Seattle to San Fran in May. Yes, yeah, check them out. See if anything's helpful from it, because it's funny. I'm so sorry, Becca. I'm like my mind's blanking, but I think Becca. Am I saying it right? For Wander by Compass. I don't have my notebook of people, and I can be terrible with names. But we drove from San Fran to Redwoods, which right?
To Eureka. Past Eureka. Trinidad.
Is that very far, San Francisco to Eureka?
To Trinidad.
Oh, or Trinidad, what is that, like 12?
No, it was like 8.
8 hours, yeah. But we did US 1, and it was amazing. Really, really, really fun. So I think you'll have a great time. Oh, good, Becca. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have it right.
It takes longer that way than 1.
Yes. US 1 takes longer if you're doing the road trip, but if you're doing a road trip, you're looking for the scenic view is what I'm thinking. So definitely the way to go, but it is the longer way. 101, you will get there faster. It can be terrifying because you're kind of on the edge of the earth, but it's fine. I know everything. Come on, Joe, join the video. He is actually being a wonderful husband, even in recovery, and is doing the dishes, which is so nice. Thank you, honey. I have to know, am I in the book of people? What is the book of people? Please share. D23 is every year. I go, hi Sarah, what was for dinner tonight? Oh, Shelby, oh my gosh, hello friends. Thank you for joining me for bedtime. Oh yeah, of course, Becca. Yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. Although I know you're kind of taking a different route, but knowing you and the way that you have figured out your traveling, you guys are gonna have an awesome time. That's really cool. Oh, but I guess if you're going to San Fran, we could give you some tips on that.
Tell if they're not.
Joe said I have to tell you something, but then he's like, I guess he's just gonna come in and tell you.
If you are driving south down to
US 1?
Yeah, down US 1, there is an offshoot you can take to the old US 1 or old 101. Remember we did that?
Yeah.
And you get to actually drive through the redwoods because they rebuilt the highway.
But they're doing Seattle to San Fran.
Yeah. So they'll go through everything we did.
Seattle to San Fran?
Seattle's north of where we went. So we went. They went even further north than we did. They went to San Fran. We started in San Fran.
And we went.
And we went north.
Oh, right.
And then they're going even further north. So they're going to do everything we did plus more.
Oh, right. For a second, I was like, I blinked.
So if you
geography.
But either way, so it's like the old US 1 or old US 101 or something like that. So they moved the highway out of the redwoods because it was kind of goes like this. So they wanted it to go more fast. And if you just drive through that and that's all you do for the redwoods, it's still pretty cool if you don't have the time to stop. And you can even do a couple of stops along the way there. I think you could see it in the last day of our travel video. We did it on the way home.
Okay.
And we did a couple of the little trails there for just a couple of minutes, but it was a good taste of the redwoods if you don't have the time to do all the redwoods.
Hi,
hey, everybody.
BEI.
Someone's at Pop Century.
Oh, hello! And people were talking about, the Book of People. I thought that was like the Book of Mormon. I'm like, is this a play we're talking about? Yes, I do have a Book of People. And no, you will only be in my Book of People if you have a handle that does not have your name. And I've asked you to share your name because I feel weird just referring to you as your YouTube channel, unless you want me to. Hi, Nala.
Someone said that they always think of this land as your land when they hear the Redwood Forest. That's why we went to the Redwood Forest. Ashley doesn't know that. But I was trying to think of places to go, and that song popped into my head. And so I looked up the Redwood Forest. So that's why we went there.
That is news to me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I got a couple more dishes to do, but I want to point out that
thank you. I think I get some other things. Bye, Amanda. Thanks for joining. Sorry, she said she had to hop off. Just catching up in the chat here. But yeah, happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for joining me on a Tuesday. Again, just trying this out, seeing what we think. If this works better, because Fridays can be busier days in some ways, because often people kind of have plans because it's the start of the weekend. But then at the same time, midweek can be tough too, because you're just kind of middle of the week trying to get through the work week. So I don't know. We might switch it up. We'll see. But excited for all of you that could join. Sorry as always for if you kind of wait to hear if I'm doing it and I share it on Instagram. I always share it last minute. It's always like, oh wait, it's Tuesday. And I'm like, we're having dinner. And I'm like, I gotta let people know. So anyway. Thank you so much, but just catching up again here. Ooh, Sarah says she'd like a UK road trip. Yeah, that's definitely somewhere I would love to visit is the UK, particularly London. But actually, no, like a lot of the UK I would be very interested in seeing. So yeah, a road trip would be really cool, actually. Yeah, the only thing about that, I would be very nervous about driving differently. That's a very good point. Oh, but Saida mentioned that it is easy to kind of get across because it is nice and small. True, but yeah, I'd be worried about the driving. I don't know if I'd have to get like a driver. We'd have like a special driver with us. I will check, Allison. I think I may have, but only could look at your email briefly because I do remember quickly seeing that someone had emailed us because they could not email me at the Lemonade with Ashley email. Oh my gosh, Dana Lee, hi! Oh, all I can think about is your, I think it was your daughter's birthday party. She shared it on Mighty Networks, guys. It's a small world themed, and it was amazing. But so glad you joined us while you're out in the garden. Adventures by Disney does bus tours. Yeah, left side driving. That just scares me. I was trying to think what I was going to say something though. Now I can't remember. Oh, Grape Soda Adventures is staying at the cabins. Oh, yeah. I was just going to ask. I guess I really have nothing particular to talk about, so we can just talk about whatever. Thank you, Isabella, about my hair. Honestly, I'm just going to call myself out. Like, my hair, I've not washed it in a good few days. And that's not good with my hair because it's curly. Like, one day it's really tangled. So it's like it's a bird's nest right now. And I don't even know how I got it apart to make two buns, to be honest, but I made it happen for you guys. So I appreciate that you like it. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of stuff we could talk about. I don't know. What do we want to talk about? I know we always love talking about Disney. I will say I am not a Disney expert, so I always feel like I share information incorrectly. But Sarah mentioned she liked the picnic with the boys. Thank you. Yeah, that was so much fun, and just one of those things where we hadn't done it since probably since September, and it was a last second thing. We were jumped in the car, and I was like, oh, let's just go. And it was like we never left. Like, Lee was just himself, and so excited. And actually, we were in that area again tonight because I don't know if I mentioned where we have the picnic also is really close to a rail trail, which of course, as you may know, we love those. And so this time we just went to the rail trail, and it was funny as we were getting to the end right near where we park and go on our picnic. Lee's like, okay, now it's time for a picnic. And it was in the afternoon, getting into the evening. I was like, oh no, we have to go home. But so we'll definitely be back again soon. We loved it. Oh my God, Dennis was so cute. Just the difference a few months make. Oh my gosh, it was adorable. But also he just which I knew would be the case coming this time, was that he was going to want to go everywhere. But he, he did it a little bit, and then he was happy to kind of just sit in his stroller. Ooh, Netflix. Danny wants to talk Netflix. I've not seen Dead to Me with Christina Applegate, although I think I've heard about it. I want to say, and I think I've said this before, I think Schitt's Creek is next on our list because it's just oh my God, you hear all about it, and it sounds really funny. And I know you guys would all agree with this because many of you have shared that it's really funny too. So I think that's next on our list. We did just finish, which I was so sad. We just finished The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I just loved it so much.
And then we followed up with a fail.
Yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, it was another. Do I want to say?
For a minute.
Do we want to just share? Yeah, that's our only option. No, it's okay. Hello, Joe's here, eating in my ear. I'm just kidding.
We watched the.
Oh, I'm glad because you can kind of pick up the slack while I eat.
We watched who's the guy that played for the
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker documentary. Yeah. which was terrible compared to the Last Dance. Was not at all. We quit halfway through.
It was interesting.
It was interesting. It just seemed very haphazard. It didn't seem to have like The Last Dance was like a crescendo, like arches and like stories.
Yes, it was.
This was just like it just didn't seem to have any.
The editing was bad, but the story, we kept watching it.
Story.
I thought it was interesting.
It just didn't have a vision. That's what I felt like. It lacked vision. Whereas Michael Jordan's documentary had vision.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So I kept saying to Joe, I was like, I want to be all in NBA now. I'm going to be like
trying
a
to pick
super
an
fan.
NBA team. So.
And yes, if anyone has an NBA team they think I should follow, please share because I'm making this happen. I'm looking into what were my like top ones. I think Charlotte.
Ashley decided against the Nets because she did not like the trust the process when I explained that to her.
Yeah, that was the Nets.
That was the Nets.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of trust the process. No, I don't want to follow a team that's 76ers.
Oh, sorry, 76ers. That was
I know Celtics. I know I should just do Celtics.
She didn't like the 76ers because of trust the process.
Yes.
She didn't like the Nets because they're a super team.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I don't know. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, so.
We got pizza tonight, too. And yes, I love that idea.
Ashley doesn't like the Pistons because they harassed Michael Jordan pretty hardcore at the beginning.
Yeah.
They know the original bad boys.
If you mess
of the NBA.
with who I love, that's my thing.
Ashley's not a Celtics fan because I think I rub off on her. I'm a New Englander who is a Yankees fan, a Jets fan, and a Nets fan.
But I should because I can see them. And I do like the Garden. I probably should just be a Celtics fan, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Yeah, Celtics have had a rough history.
I see. Sometimes you have to trust the process.
I don't know. Oh, the other one is. Should I tell them about Kerr?
Ashley is gonna leave me for Steve Kerr.
I just love him. So I'm like, do I go the Warriors? But then I'm also like, I just missed their. I
told Ash it's like becoming a Patriots fan today. Like becoming a Golden State fan today is like becoming a Patriots fan today. It's like you missed the boat.
Saida mentioned she's a hockey fan from Canada. I guess I can understand that. I can't get into hockey.
No. Actually,
I know Joe mentioned they all seem like they're super teams. So Joe did mention that he's like, it's not the NBA that you were watching. The NBA is different now, but
they all end up going like super team. Then they're in last place. Then they're a super team again.
Because you mentioned because during MJ's time, it was like you stayed with the team.
Yeah, leaving the teams was not as common. Now it's building these super teams.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And even like pre-MJ, free agency wasn't even like a thing.
But yeah, I was thinking Charlotte because it's MJ's team. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who I get. I thought I was kind of close to deciding on one, but now I can't remember.
Charlotte.
Was it Charlotte?
Because Michael Jordan owned them.
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd the Vancouver Grizzlies move to? Are those the Charlotte Bobcats? I don't know. I lost track of all the movements. Anyways, I feel like I've derailed you to sports.
No, I think I talked about it. Catalina, you're so sweet. NFL, yeah. No, I'll watch that with Joe, but
NFL just moved 17 games. They announced officially today. I think it was all like implied before, but today they officially announced.
Yeah.
17 game season.
A couple people are mentioning. I think, was it more than one person or Cheryl was mentioning Yes Day is a good movie to watch on Netflix. I agree, especially with like the stage that we're in from what I've seen that movie is about. And I do like, remember her name? Married to Ben Affleck.
Jennifer Garner.
Yes, I do like her.
Jennifer.
Yes, she, it's about just saying like yes to your kids. Like it's just a yes day. And so it's all about, like how
it's
you
like
go.
The Purge.
No.
But like just saying yes to everything they want to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like The Purge for kids. Like they get to do whatever they want.
Right. Okay.
Like The Purge is adults getting to do whatever they want.
Yes. In a very violent way.
Yes,
usually.
but yes, whatever is like Kids getting to do whatever. It's their
It's a
purge.
good comparison. I feel like you're holding your hand weird.
I know. It's a very uncomfortable position.
Sorry, do you want to put it like behind me?
No, the whole chair.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not going to be here.
We
long.
are kind of like squeezing in here on the same chair. But the purge for kids, yeah. Interesting. They probably should have gone with that slogan. They should have talked to Joe.
I'm a marketer.
When marketing, yes, day. So if you want to share that with anyone, that's a good thing.
Disney question. We would have loved to have Dennis's first haircut at Disney, but
He
they
has
weren't
not
open.
had it yet. So if the timing's right, which I can't
Just don't
imagine it will because his hair has grown a lot faster than Lee's, we probably will have to get his hair cut here, which is kind of... but it's
Dennis got to spend 10 weeks at Disney.
Exactly, and have his first steps at Disney. So there were other things that he got. Although I still say that I do feel bad because it was like such a last minute thing. It was a whirlwind that, yes, there were some things he really did enjoy, but my sentimental side of me still feels like he didn't quite get like a first trip. It was just like we're here. Like, okay, we're all just going to do our thing.
Someone pointed out that Michael Jordan documentary, as a joke, Brady said that how bad they made that guy look, the general manager. Like, well, he said that they didn't let him go for it, but that guy looked like he was the villain of that, like to the level of any villain has ever existed.
Oh my God. And whenever they did like where they gave Michael the iPad, I was like, ooh, it's getting heated. I loved those times where they're like,
with Isaiah Thomas too.
Yeah, they're like, here, this is what he said, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I loved it. Denny Van.
Lee will start preschool in the fall. He missed his first year of preschool.
Yes.
But he'll do what should have been his second year of preschool.
Mm-hmm. But we're excited. He's really looking forward to it. I think it'll be really good for him. Yep. Joe, we can't agree more with you. Jerry Krause. I felt like, and again, I don't fully know, but I felt like Michael Jordan wasn't too biased. I felt like he was honest. Maybe he still like put himself in a good light, but I feel like there were times where he like pointed out that he wasn't, and he was like okay with that being shown, and he seemed like an honest guy. So I liked it, but you never know with documentaries. It's tough, but I enjoyed it. Like you said, even if it wasn't real or like fully honest,
I never noticed.
Just the editing was amazing.
I learned more about the supporting guys though, like Scottie Pippen. I just never knew he was so simple and quiet, especially when you like look at his wife, who is like the polar ex-wife, who's like the polar opposite of him.
Yeah, Joe should have like his own podcast about sports.
If I followed them as much as I used to.
I know he doesn't as much.
I follow the NBA a lot.
I was gonna say NFL.
I'm trying to get back into baseball because I think that'll be a good one for Lee.
Yes, we were just talking about that last night.
I think Scottie Pippen did Pippen dirty.
Dirty.
He signed that terrible contract.
They said in the documentary. I don't think they did anything.
No, I think when they
showed him with the surgery part, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he did what a lot of people do, which is you take the long-term stability versus the potential big payout. And in his case, it didn't pay off. But he probably wouldn't have won 6 championships if he had taken a big contract because they wouldn't have been able to build the team they built.
Yeah, true.
We are Yankees fans, me and Ashley. Ashley, big Yankees fan. I don't even think you're a Red Sox fan, though. I think you're more of a Blue Jays fan.
Yeah, actually, probably accurate.
We have the AA Blue Jays in town. Just down the road, so we totally we watch them a lot.
Yeah,
we used to have season tickets and watched a lot of the guys come up and got to see what is probably one of the best minor league teams ever. Was it 3 years ago when they had Vlad Guerrero, Kevin Biggio, and Bo Bichette all playing? I got to see them hit back-to-back home runs.
What year was that?
And a double and then back-to-back home runs. Back-to-back pitches. It was pretty cool. I think it was Guerrero and Bichette went back-to-back. That was probably one of the coolest minor league things to ever see. But I think I'm going to let you go now, and I'm going to go upstairs, and you can talk all about your channel and like your books and all the fun stuff you guys do.
Stay a little longer. No, don't leave me here alone.
Yeah. Except for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on wrestling? That's one thing Joe stays up to date on.
I've not. I've read something online, and who knows how accurate it is, that said the Edge looks very old. But Ashley would also leave me for Edge.
Maybe not now. Edge
back
like
in the day.
Yeah, Edge back in the day for sure.
Yeah. And then Lee's biggest thing though right now is NASCAR. Lee is a big fan of out of nowhere Brad Keselowski. Just one day decided Brad Keselowski was his favorite. It used to be Joey Logano.
Did he crash?
It used to be Denny Hamlin.
And Lee was like,
no, I got Lee. So remember we got those NASCAR trading cards. And he got a Brad Keselowski card and he carried it with him like everywhere.
Update. What? Did you share the update on, did we share that?
Oh, Target?
Yes. Yeah, did everyone hear what happened for Target?
With trading cards. They're locking them behind the service desk and only selling them on Friday morning starting at 8 o'clock, no matter where they are. So even if they restock on Tuesday, they're selling them at 8 a.m. Friday mornings with a limit per person. It's good to share.
Bye, Teresa.
But it's tough if you can't make it at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's tough. I'll agree with that. But I like the limit. Yeah, but that's still, I get that. Hey, Dan. Glad you're clean on pizza grease. That's so funny. We all had pizza tonight.
But it's okay because I'm a Kyle Busch fan, so Lee did not pick up on the Kyle Busch.
No, because he's having a couple of bad years. I am a Chase. There's three: Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Joey Logano.
Yeah, Lee calls him Joey Logano. But it was wicked cool. So if you're not even a NASCAR fan,
yes.
If you go back and watch the race they had this past Sunday, they raced on dirt for the first time in like 50
years. And I was
years.
like, this is like
it was pretty cool to watch.
It was like Lightning McQueen. I was like, it's so cool.
Yeah. A dirt track. So not a real dirt track. They put dirt on a paved track, but
I don't know if you can respond directly. I think you can someone's asking how you can reply to someone's response. I think if you do the @ sign the @ sign and write in their name, that's the way. I don't know. I'm not completely sure, but anyway.
And we do. So growing up, I used to go to somebody said, did we ever go to the races in Loudon? Oh, Dan did. I used to go to the races every year in Loudon as a kid when we used to have two races. I used to go to the Featherlight cars, the trucks, the Busch Light cars, and the Winston Cup. And then me and Lee went this past year. Because they did. Again. It was really cool. They did like social distancing where like you had nobody sitting around you at all.
We said it was actually awesome.
It was awesome because
the worst thing about NASCAR is that way.
Is they put you like up against people like we're sitting right now.
And like the beating sun.
Yeah. So Lee went with me. We didn't stay. We only stayed for the first like 100 laps, but he got a huge kick out of it. Mm-hmm. And like he was cheering on Denny Hamlin. We looked for Denny Hamlin merchandise, couldn't find any. And then all of a sudden, thanks to some Facebook magic, Denny Hamlin's hauler driver sent Lee a pretty cool Denny Hamlin care package.
Yeah, it was so cool. We were like kind of hoping to go to. Weren't we thinking we might have been down there for the Daytona?
Yeah, so we I don't know if we did mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we were supposed to be down there right now until I got needed my surgery. But we were thinking about going to Daytona. I was thinking of bringing Lee to Daytona while we were down there.
Sarah said COVID restrictions are an introvert's dream.
They are.
Very true.
Yeah.
He does like monster trucks. He hasn't watched any like monster truck like shows as in like the real thing. But he definitely likes monster trucks.
Yeah. I would take Lee to every single racetrack across the country if everything was back to normal. He would love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he loved it. And this was like a year ago. And now he's even more into NASCAR than he was then. Someone said talking about the card scandal.
Yeah.
They said they asked their mom. It is a huge card scandal.
Serious. Are you part of it? She didn't answer the question, Allison. I don't know. It sounds a little suspicious.
Yeah, she didn't want to have to lie to you and say she wasn't. But New Hampshire used to have 2 races every year. Now we're down to 1.
But yeah, someone brought up, I think one thing you had mentioned, because we were talking about Edge the other night, you had said too that they were nervous that he wasn't going to do well, so they're now making it a triple threat.
Yeah, they said I saw something that said he looks older every day. They don't think he can make it through the main event, which is sad. I loved Edge. Edge was always one of my favorites.
But yeah, he's probably past his
Edge and
prime
Christian.
a little bit. Yeah.
We never went to the racetrack on Disney property. Richard Petty driving experience.
No.
But when I was a
But now it's a
kid,
parking lot, right?
yeah, when I was a kid, we used to get to drive on the New Hampshire Motor Speedway track all the time with my dad. It was pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We did. I drove on it just once because they did Christmas lights, so like everyone was driving on it.
Right. When we did that. But yeah,
Right.
when I was a kid, we used to get to go every year with my dad. But all right, now I'm going to go now and let you guys get back to everything. So have a good night, everybody. Until next time. See you real soon.
Yeah, I think we got a couple questions about, are we going back to Disney soon or once Joe is fully recovered? Unfortunately, timing's not great with that because we aren't typically the family that likes to go to Disney during the summer. So at this point, it wouldn't look like we'd be able to go until like probably into summer. So I don't know. Well, you never know. And honestly, it always, even like the February one was kind of like a last minute decision, and everything. So you never know with us. We will keep you updated when we do make plans, if any, but nothing in the works as of yet. I thought there might have been other questions I saw. I think I saw Kennedy step in. Hello. Okay, Kendra, good. Yes, so Joe is on his way. I know that is true, Joe. Joe Brady mentioned that a vacation home with a pool in the summer would be good. I would consider it.
Yeah, but I don't want to miss heat.
But that's part of the problem. Previously, we never want to miss New England summers. You know, it is a fun time here. And it is some of the nicest weather here, although it can get pretty hot here too. But I would consider it most now that we are into the vacation homes because you would get that pool. So the Florida summers, which we do feel are pretty brutal, would not be as brutal if we had a private pool to ourselves, definitely.
Makes us wonder about DVC.
Yeah, I know. Still makes us wonder about DVC. We'll see how that goes. KiwiCo subscription boxes. Zaida, how is yours going? I feel you started yours later, and I kind of have seen bits and pieces of yours. And I'm like, oh, we did that one. Yeah, we love the koala crates as well. That's the one that Lee does. And I don't know what our most recent one is. We should update you guys on that because we really do enjoy them. If you don't know, it is a subscription, and we don't ever really do subscriptions, but this one's been really good, and it really came in handy. It started off as a gift from my parents to Lee for his birthday in January, and his first subscription was February of 2020. So we got that one. And then, as you know, things kind of happened in March of 2020. And I was just like so happy we got the subscription because it was like perfect for being home all day, not really being able to go out and get things. And I will say, I may have mentioned it before, it is a subscription basically. And they have from ages, I don't know exactly. I think they have really young age. I think younger than Lee, and all the way up to as old as you can get, because they have even adult subscriptions. So if you're looking for something to be creative and have something kind of put together for you once a month to do, it's kind of really cool. And it's something I actually would like to look into that more because I would love to have something to look forward to every month to get my brain working. And I will say, just like with any subscription, is it something you necessarily need? No. But if you feel like you don't have the time right now as a parent to put together your own arts and crafts, or maybe you're doing that, but you want a little supplement to it, it's a really great subscription. So again, that is KiwiCo, and we use the koala crate for Lee's age, and we really enjoy it. Hello, Emily. Oh, Kia, any advice for a new mom with a 2-year-old with a speech delay? If anyone wants to sound off in the comments on that, please do. We have lots of moms in here and dads with all different kinds of experiences that I'm sure can give you advice. If you're not on Mighty Networks, that might be a great place to share that as well. That is our private group that we have. And I have a link. I will try to link it here as always. I always should do that. Invite. Is there a link? Copy. I will share that right now here if you would like to join. It's a really great private group for something just like that, where if you have a question, you're looking for advice, people are always asking and sharing, and it's so much fun. I'll have to say I haven't been quite as active this week. I've tried to here and there, but I still continue to try to, and I appreciate all of you that are staying active as well, because that really is what makes this keep going is, when people have questions, there's always someone there to answer it. And so I do appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy it. How is the Harry Potter book club going? So Katie and I, my friend, who I've been doing this book club with for almost a year now, at first, because I want to say we started it like shortly after the pandemic. We're like, hey, we're at home, let's do this. I want to say at first we were meeting weekly, and because it was much easier for us to read at that point because we didn't have quite as much going on. And the books are a little easier to read at the beginning, like the first couple of books. And then once, it was I think it was every week we were meeting. And then once we hit The Order of the Phoenix, that one's a great read, but a lot heavier. The type is smaller, the font. And so we plan to do every other week, but at the same time, it was around that time that we went down to Florida. So we are very infrequent at this point. It's kind of just like, are you closed? Like, we'll check in every couple weeks, like, have you almost finished it? Oh no. Okay. Let's try next week or whatnot. So still going well. I don't think we've had a meeting since whenever I did feature that in my video, but, we're getting through that book. We're almost at the end of Order of Phoenix, which is so cool for me because I want to say back in 2012, Katie and I, with a couple other friends, had started a Harry Potter book club. And it being 2012, if you remember, I started a YouTube channel then with my husband. You may have heard of it. You probably haven't. It was just like, I don't know. Anyway, it was called See You Real Soon. It's real with 2 E's. Anyway, so we kind of got a little bogged down by that, as well as then we started our master's courses. Yep, I have another channel. I know you. How would you guys ever know? Surprise! But I only read up until I think Prisoner of Azkaban at that time. And so rereading those 3 was the first time I had done that in a really long time. Order of the Phoenix, I had never read for the second time until now. This is the first time I've ever reread Order of Phoenix. I've reread Half-Blood Prince because I think that's my favorite one. And obviously some of the beginning ones I've read a little bit more. But Order of the Phoenix, this is the first time I've read it since I read it when I was in like 8th grade, I think. So that was like 20 years ago, guys. Oh my God. So it's really cool to read again because I completely forget it. So it's like rereading it all over again. And that's not one I usually go to when it comes to the movie either. I haven't seen any of the movies in a long time either. And I purposely did that because I wanted to read these books. And then after I finish them, I want to read them. I watch the movies again. But anyway, so yeah, Order of Phoenix, really interesting, although very frustrating reading it now as an adult. There's a lot of things I'm like, why was this allowed to happen? And just in general, Harry Potter, I do find reading as adult again, there are quite a few plot holes and just ways that the storyline goes where it's just like, what? How is this able to happen? And how did I just let all of that go past me? But anyway, I just said a lot of stuff without really looking at the chat, so it's going to take me a minute. Moderator, and see, look, Moderator Joe is in the house. Thank you. Yes, we're able to. So if you see in the chat, New Hampshire, we were able to register for the vaccine starting tomorrow. So I don't know what that's going to look like because it's opening to quite a big group. So hopefully we won't have too much trouble. Oh no, Zaida, really? You're that behind? Not until maybe June or July? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, awesome. So this is what I'm saying. People in the chat are here to help Kia and support her. That is so awesome. So lots of great support for her. Stay well hydrated before your shots. Good to know. Ooh, Brooke mentioned that in Instagram Live, I can add guests and talk to them on a live stream, and that we should totally consider that. Yeah, I totally would consider that. That's a great idea. I still want to consider those Zooms and things like that, but again, just logistically figuring that out, it's going to take me some time. One thing I mentioned in Mighty Networks, there's an idea I have kind of running that I've thrown out there that I've been looking for collaboration support on. So again, if you want to join Mighty Networks and talk more about that with me, but I was thinking once I narrow that down, I probably will do a Zoom with some of those people. And you may even see me reach out outside of Mighty Networks just to ask for maybe more volunteers to help us put that video together, because I'm really excited about the idea and just kind of need to get the ball rolling. Zoom is unlimited time, but max 100 people. Okay, that seems doable. I want to say, like, when I kind of see the people, and I know people are kind of in and out, but I average around 100, between like 70 to 90, it seems like, at a time. So I'm sure we can make that work. We got to think of that. But again, how would that work? Is everyone going to talk over each other? Yeah. Oh, Google Meet. I do actually realize I've always liked Google. Is it called Google Meet? I always knew it was Google Chats, but it might be Google Meet now. I've always kind of liked that too. So a lot of options. Okay, so on Zoom, you can control mute, unmute, do all those things. I know people we've talked about, we can do the breakout rooms. So there's a lot of cool options. So definitely something I'm looking into. Oh, good. Zaida mentioned all healthcare workers have had it. That's good. Yeah, my mom is a healthcare worker, and she got it back in like late December, early January. So she's been fully inoculated. And then my dad and Joe's parents are like slowly getting there. They've at least had their first shot. So we are getting it done. We are getting our shots here too. But yeah, it's been a process. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everyone, again on the hair compliments. So yeah, wow, we have already we're coming close to the hour mark. So I probably will wrap it up at the hour mark. It's about 10 minutes from now. So anything else you'd like to talk about? I am here for the next 10 minutes and would love to talk to you. But as always, I love these lives. It's just nice to kind of talk, not have it be planned, not have it just be a static video that you watch later. Although, of course, I love those too and putting those together. But it's just really nice to see all you chat together and chat with me and just go with the flow. So as always, I think I will continue to do these. We'll see if we'll continue Tuesday nights or switch it up to Friday still. I still need to do a weekend. The weekends can just be a little tougher because if I were doing the weekend, I probably would do it midday. So I just have to figure that out, because one thing I don't think I've mentioned yet, because it's fairly new. I don't even know if it's been a full week, but it seems like we have lost the naps for Lee. But in it having almost been a week, as nice as it was for him to have that time in his room and for me to get things done, to be honest, one, Dennis always goes down quite a bit earlier than Lee. So they only overlapped a small amount. So it really didn't even have to do with like having a break or whatever. And I have found it way less stressful in trying to get him upstairs because he definitely was showing signs that he didn't want to take naps anymore. And we really held on to as long as possible just to make sure it was a good time for him. And we have noticed that in many ways his nighttime sleep has improved because we were nervous about that. We really didn't want him to be overtired or anything like that. It was very important to us, but it seems to have gone really well. And it's been really nice too because in that, especially with this pandemic, Dennis is attached to me at all times. And so Lee was not really getting any alone time, which for him at this age, he definitely was craving. So it has been really nice to have that time just to hang out. But it does mean I can't get as much stuff done. I don't know why I was mentioning that here. Oh, yes. So to do a live on a weekend day, Lee may make an appearance. We'll have to see. Yes. And yeah, you don't feel like a prisoner to a nap schedule, although I kind of still am a prisoner to a nap schedule because Dennis still naps. But I have found that Lee can do a lot more. So I totally agree with that, especially now that the weather's getting nicer. He can go out during that time. We can go outside for a little bit and not worry about Dennis being with us the whole time. If he wants to do more things where I'm not constantly having to watch Dennis. So we have really found that it's working out. If at any point he does start to seem way overtired or anything like that, we may change that. But we are finding that before, when he was doing the naps, the bedtime routine was like he was coming out of his room for like a good half hour or so, just constantly coming out, being like, oh, just coming in to say hi. And we're like, but now, like when he goes down at night and we leave the room, he might come out once and it's just like, oh, I just want to give you a hug. And then he's like passed out if he even does that. And it's much earlier too. It's a good hour earlier than we were doing before. So naps are great, but I think we've held on to them as long as we can with Lee. I know my mom was saying with my brothers, she's like, yeah, they slept they did naps through kindergarten. So in some ways I'm like, was this too early? I don't know. I've known others that their kids have stopped much sooner. So he's kind of right in the middle. These are the things that we talk about. Oh my gosh, for real. As I mentioned, if we could only nap as adults, that is for real. I don't think they appreciate the naps because I would love a nap. But these are the things we talk about as adults with kids, is naps and all those fun things. I know. Sorry if I'm making you sleepy. Yeah, and that's so true. Mandy mentioned that her oldest stopped napping at 2, but her 3-year-old still needs them. Every kid's so different, and that is so true. Lee definitely seems to be someone that needs less sleep than some other kids that I know, and that's just who he is, and that's very much like his father. You're in the chat. Where he has energy as soon as he wakes up. He's not groggy, he's not tired, and he's an early riser. Kind of still is even with the nap, with no nap. But that's just how he is, and that's how he'll be. So. Oh, Jason asked about teething. It's funny. With teething, I felt like Lee had a tougher time with like his very early on ones. And maybe and again, I misremember so much of those younger times with Lee. It's so funny how you forget things so quickly. Yeah, Joe said that. Joe said it too. When he was very young, we felt like the teething was worse for Lee. Whereas like Dennis didn't teeth much later, but his like later teeth have seemed to be more of an issue. He does seem to have more issues with nighttime waking up because of teething than Lee did. I know teachers totally are magic. And yeah, that's really funny that, yeah. Our in New Hampshire, a lot of kindergartens still do half day, so they don't even do naps at kindergarten because they're only there half the day. But I do remember having naps during kindergarten too when I went. And yeah, I'm trying to do quiet time with Lee, but also like I struggle because I'm like, this is my only time with just me and him. So I try to, take advantage of that too. But also mom's got to get some stuff done and might need a little bit of a break too. So I'm trying to work through all that with him too. Because yeah, I definitely think not only is quiet time good for mom, but also good for him too. And that he just has a little space in his room, maybe with the lights dimmed, where he can just kind of refresh. Oh my God, so true. Amanda said, I never tune into teething until they're in. That is always me. I'm always like, oh, wow, yeah, that molar. Geez, that's why. Too funny. Yeah, I have a weird, Joe doesn't remember anything from like, if it was more than 10 days ago. He has a terrible memory, whereas I have like the craziest memories. So yeah, I remember crazy stuff, Joe. Yeah, I remember quite a bit from my kindergarten. Even preschool, I remember stuff, I swear. Unless they're like weird fever dreams or something. But anyway, so we are coming up again on the hour. It's been so nice to talk with you. I'm trying to think of any other updates on my end. I know we're still talking about the book club, so I got to work through that still, but I feel like I have overstretched myself in some ways. I started a different book club with my local library, which I'm like not doing well on finishing that book, so I'm really concerned about that. Probably should have done that while my husband was getting surgery and in recovery, but we'll see. But I do still want to do some kind of book club. I actually think my next video is going to be about like my favorite books I've read, books I'm looking forward to reading, audiobooks, maybe some other media, just kind of like a favorite things video, but focused on specifically books and maybe other types of media. So that's something to look forward to. One thing I will say, and maybe this is even a video, for those that have YouTube channels, I will say that the YouTube studio is a little bit of a mind game in some ways. I just don't remember this with See Real Soon. And it's very different because See Real Soon was fully like a hobby and just something that Joe and I truly just enjoyed doing together, on top of every, as a side thing from everything else we had going on. And that's the case with Ash's Lemonade Stand too. The difference is that with See Real Soon, we had a lot more time. So it never felt like, there were times, because we were doing our grad classes and things like that. So, there were definitely times where it was like crunch time and we had to get videos out and, added a little bit of stress. But for the most part, again, we were getting plenty of sleep, which we're not now. We had plenty of time together. So it really was something that we enjoyed. So anyway, where I'm going with this is that I absolutely never looked at what is it called? The like stats or anything. And I don't think they were as upfront as they are now. So basically, like I'm saying, if you have a YouTube channel, you use YouTube Studio, as soon as you log in, it like, bam, right in your face says like everything about your current video. And it's a little bit of a mind game. I'm trying to figure it out because the worst part is that they rank the videos. And so it ranks like your last 10 videos of like how the views were, I think like retention, all those things. And recently it's just like, it's tough because you put effort into these videos, and I'm not saying any of this to like get more views or anything, but I just want to say like I'm just still trying to figure all this out because I log in and it's like this video is 10 out of 10 and you're just like, oh, bummer. like it's not a big deal because views are not like a really important thing for me, but I don't know, at the same time, like I just rather they not tell me that. I'm like, I just don't want to know that. Like, just be like, I basically go on there to then respond to comments. I just really need to ignore that piece. But that's been kind of my last few videos, and I'm just like, oh gosh, can't get over that 10th place hump. But anyway, I know so many of you are so kind and been enjoying them, and I've enjoyed putting them together. So again, it really shouldn't matter. But I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if anyone else has that similar experience with their channel, but oh, Dan, no. See, don't go watch it 100 times. You're crazy. Is Joe still talking sports, by the way, in the chat? Oh, and Cheryl mentioned a home vlog. I've done a couple of recent home vlogs, and I did mention I wanted to kind of keep those regularly going. So yeah, I'll probably do another one again soon. Yeah, we'll see. Anything else as we wrap up? We're on the hour here, and I want you to get your rest on this Tuesday night, as I hope to as well. Although I just have so much trouble sleeping nowadays. It's been rough. And Lee, when he wakes up, sometimes like I'm not quite awake, and he's like, "Mom, wake up, wake up." And there's like a couple times he's like, "Mom, you sleep forever in the morning," and I'm like, "Oh, please." What's on the TV tonight? I don't know if I'll get any time to do TV tonight. I don't know. So I don't know if you were here, Dan. We did say we finished The Last Dance. We tried to watch another NBA documentary with Tony Parker. Just the flow of it and the way the storyline went, we just kind of couldn't follow it quite as well. So we kind of gave up on that. And another thing I mentioned was Schitt's Creek is kind of next on our list. The only thing I will say that I'm a little hesitant with Schitt's Creek is, for whatever reason, I think because I really enjoyed The Last Dance, and I just in general enjoy shows that make me think and I learn a lot from them. I really want to watch Schitt's Creek because I think it'll be a great, just cathartic, laugh out loud kind of show. But I'm still craving some kind of show that's informational and interesting. So Joe asked in the chat here, anyone have any good documentaries on Netflix, Hulu, or Prime? Because yeah, we're just in a documentary fix right now. So any documentaries that you can suggest, please let me know. Mandy's asking, can you share your hair products? I'm kind of the only thing I'm consistent with on hair products. And even that, I'm recently thinking I'm open to switching up, but I've been using it for 15 years. I'm not even sure the exact brand, but it's an orange. It's like a pretty bright orange bottle, and it's called Noodlehead. And it's like a curl cream. It's more like a cream. It's not quite a gel. But I always have loved that for many, many years. It has a great smell to it, and it just has always really worked for me. Making a Murderer. Ooh, I don't know if I'm in that kind of documentary. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. My Octopus Teacher. I did see that. Disney Plus probably does have some. We'll have to look at that. One thing I do want to watch, but Joe said maybe is one I'll watch on my own. He doesn't have an interest in it, which, that's totally fine. We do that all the time, which is funny because he started watching The Last Dance thinking I didn't want to watch it. And I walked in and was like, what are you watching? And I'm like, I love this. So I think I actually missed some of it. I may need to start it over. But one thing I want to watch is The Right Stuff, because I did just finish that book. So I want to watch that. And I know that Disney Plus has a newer version of it where it's a series, not a movie. But I also want to watch the movie. Behind Pixar, Imagineering Story we watched, and we did really enjoy that. Yeah, that was actually what we watched right before The Last Dance. So I think we're just in a documentary fix right now for whatever reason. But thank you for the suggestions. If you want to keep it going in Mighty Networks, love to see you there. I'm going to share one more time here in the chat. If you haven't yet been to Mighty Networks, there it is. Request to join, and I will do my best to get you in there as soon as possible. Ooh, Diva Curl, Mandy mentioned, totally another great option. I am thinking of going to a Diva Curl hairstylist soon because I feel like my curls just need a refresh. So the 30 for 30s. Ooh, so I was just saying to Joe, since The Last Dance, I'm just into any sports documentaries. So that's a really great idea. We've watched a couple of them. And yeah, we don't have Peacock. Although my parents might. All right. So anyway, we're going to end on that. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. I know they don't really have much of a theme. Not that they have to, but if I always like to say this, if you've made it to the end and you're watching this after the live, wow, good on you. You are a real one. So glad you could join us, even though it was afterwards. And look out for when my next live will be, maybe next Tuesday. I have noticed I can share posts on YouTube. I don't know if those get like sent to your email or if you just have to go to my channel to see them. I did notice on Friday when I posted one, some people had, a couple people responded and liked it. So I don't know how you saw that, if that just came up on your home page, wherever it is, but I'm going to try to use that as much as possible too for those that aren't on Instagram. And I also will try to share as much as I can on Mighty Networks as well, just to keep you guys all updated. But I should have a video. I hope to have a video together for Friday. And then we'll see you again real soon. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong channel. All right. Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I know it's so weird. I'm used to talking to you guys where it's like, it's the weekend, but it's Tuesday, basically Wednesday now. So keep going. You got this. It's almost the weekend. Hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, what's next? Bye.